All right, Shalom. All thanks and praises unto our power, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Wabrakakadash. Peace, blessings, much respect to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, on down to the rest of the elders who rule well within Israel. Salutations to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of this whole entire earth, no matter where, whom they may be, or what they may look like, pushing out this purified truth to the rest of the church who believe as well. You men who may not be teachers or prophets, you women, sons and daughters also, and the water to Yahweh Shai, because without him enduring and going to that cross for the nation of Israel and the nation of Israel alone, none of this would even be possible whatsoever. We have to stay in the spirit as much as we possibly can, because we are in a very, very, very spiritual battle, and Satan and his minions are trying to keep brothers and sisters in a lazy, unenergetic, unmotivated, uninspired spirit. Because with GMOs, all right, with chemtrails, Esau trying to play with men's testosterone levels, play with men's sperm count, this society is constantly weighing on us. And it does affect us, okay? Not just the Israelite man, but you have the Israelite woman going through things too. A whole lot. But through it all, we have to put our faith, our hope, and our trust in the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 55, and verse 22. Cast thy burden upon the Lord, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. So we have many burdens. We literally have a lot of burdens. When you go into that word burden in Hebrews 30:53, the word is Yehab, burden, lot. You go down here, it says properly what is given, that is a lot. So we literally have a lot of burdens, okay? Those burdens we have to put on Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, okay? We can't carry these burdens on our own. And Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai doesn't expect us to carry burdens on our own. You might deal with being foggy-minded, or not foggy-minded, cloudy-minded. You might deal with depression. You might deal with, your mind just being cluttered. Not even necessarily that you're trying to put things off from day to day, but your flesh works in such a way that it hinders the spirit. Okay? And the biggest part of this battle that we are in is fighting ourselves, fighting our demons that plague us. But we have to cast those burdens upon Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 73, I believe, in verse 26. My flesh and my heart faileth, but the power is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. So there's times where our flesh fails us. You may want to do a lesson, but you feel sleepy. You may want to do a lesson, but your body feels fatigued, right? You may want to do a lesson, but your mind is scattered. We're not perfect. And don't let any man in this ministry tell you that we are perfect. And don't base another man's ability upon yourself. The Lord is dealing with each one of us individually. If one man can bring out 50 videos a day, and you yourself, you can only bring out maybe 6 videos a week, okay? Hold on to that portion, okay? Because one video a day, which is feeding the sheep, that's beautiful. But let's say you're a brother, you may not be able to produce a video every day. You might produce a video 5 days out the week. If that's your portion, okay, the Lord knows what your portion is. But we can't put too much upon ourselves and not think of praying to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai about it. Okay, our flesh is going to fail us at times. Our strength is not going to always be at its peak. There are just days you just don't feel it. You don't feel like you're in the spirit. Okay, but when that happens, we have to put our faith, our hope, our trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. The first thing that comes to your mind should not be, well, dang, I can't think of a lesson at the moment. Maybe the Lord's not dealing with me. Look, if you just did a lesson yesterday, the Lord didn't cast you out because you didn't get a lesson in this day. Look at the week you're in. If you haven't done a video all week, yeah, you need to put some fire on your ass. But here it is going on 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. It's time to get scared. It's time to fear. But brothers have to understand that when we fall, because a just man is going to fall repeatedly, cast your burdens, cast your trust, cast your weaknesses, cast that on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and he will effortlessly carry it for us. Okay? We are going through a lot of things in this society. We are burdened with a whole lot in this society, and it's easy for our flesh to fail us. But our strength is in what? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Let's go to the book of Matthew, chapter 26 and verse 41. Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. So this is what Yahweh Shai told Peter, but also to James and John. But he was speaking to Peter up front because Peter was the head. You know, that's the order, right? We have to pray and hope that we don't fall into temptation, because the spirit may be willing to do a lesson. The spirit wants to hit the highways and byways, but the flesh will say, you know what, I'm not really feeling it. Let's take a nap. You know, let's put it off till tomorrow. You know, let's wait on that, right? That's the battle. That's why we have to pray that we don't enter into that temptation. When Peter, James, and John kept falling asleep, Yahweh Shai had to let it be known, you have to pray, because it's easy to fall asleep in this ministry. What I mean by that is, it's easy to be distracted with this world. Now you're not focused on prophecy. Now you're not focused on faith. You're not focused on, you know, your conduct. You're not focused on being brotherly because you're too caught up in watching stand-up comedy all day long. Or you're too caught up in playing video games all day long. Then the next thing you know, it's a long stretch, a long period of time where you're not in the spirit. Now your flesh is starting to overcome your spirit. Okay? That's why we have to stay in prayer. We have to feed our spirit just like we feed our flesh. We have to feed our spirit as well. And part of feeding our spirit is praying to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, casting our weaknesses on him. What does that mean? Pray to the Lord. Ask for strength. Right? Ask for peace of mind. Ask for joy of mind. Ask for encouragement. Ask for the energy to do what you need to do. Have faith that he'll answer your prayers. Have faith and know that he's not going to forsake you, right? Because us on our own, we are not going to make it in this battle, because our flesh will naturally fail us. That's why it says again in Psalm 73 and 26, my flesh and my heart faileth, but the power is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. So remember, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is our strength. No matter how much you go to the gym, how much you work out, how healthy you think you're eating, we are in a society that is constantly killing us, man. Okay? Constantly killing us. So we have to what? Matthew 26 and 41. Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. Temptation could be, you know, I'm too tired to do a lesson. I'll do it tomorrow. Then tomorrow comes, I'm not really feeling it today either. You put it off the next day. Then the next day turns into a month. You know, we have to constantly, you know, be in the fight. This is a constant battle. There really is no breaks in this ministry. Because as we toil, as we get weary in the flesh, we need the Lord. Okay? Watch ye and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. And that's the truth. The spirit is willing, but your flesh will say, I'm not feeling it right now. Let's put it off for another time. Now I want to touch on the book of Colossians, chapter 1 and verse 25. Wherefore I am made a minister according to the dispensation of the power which is given to me for you to fulfill the word of the power, even the mystery which hath been hid from ages and from generations, but now is made manifest to his saints, to whom the power would make known what is the riches of the glory of this mystery among the Gentiles, which is Mashiach, and you the hope of glory, whom we preach, warning every man, and teach every man in all wisdom, that we may present every man perfect in Yahweh Shai Mashiach, whereunto I also labor, striving according to his work, which worketh in me mightily. Okay? So we labor, we toil, we get weary, striving in this ministry. When you go into that word labor in the Strong's, Greek 2872, kopaeo, or however you want to pronounce it, right? It says a derivative, to feel fatigue, by implication to work hard, labor, toil, be weary. So there's times we may feel fatigued. Does that mean you're not a man of the Lord? Absolutely not. Because what we're doing is indeed labor. It is indeed work. Being in this ministry, fighting demons, that is laborious. Okay? Trying to do what's right in the sight of the Lord in a wicked body, that is laborious. So we get weak, we get weary, we toil, we labor being in this ministry. But it's Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai that keeps us going. Okay, let's read this again. Colossians 1 and 29. Whereunto I also labor, striving according to his work, his working, which worketh in me mightily. So although we get weary, the Lord is working in us mightily. That's how we're able to keep going, because it's the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai that keeps us going. Philippians chapter 4 and verse 13. I can do all things through Mashiach, which strengtheneth me. So when we feel fatigued, when we feel, foggy minded, we don't really feel like we're 100% in the spirit. All we have to do is pray to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai and put in the effort. Okay, you may not feel like doing a video, but if you throw a prayer up and then hit record, I guarantee something will hit you. Even if you're just bringing out 2 scriptures, man. All right? But Satan always tries to put it in certain men's mind like your lesson has to be deep. You have to go into a deep breakdown, right? Or no one's going to care. That's Satan. Satan tries to put things like that in our head. We just need to focus on doing what the Lord told us to do. Do our portion. Okay? Because through Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, we have that strength. We're able to fight through the barriers of procrastination, the barriers of fatigue, the barriers of putting things off from day to day. Okay? It's not easy, but it's definitely possible. Why? Because when you go to the book of Luke, I'm going to close it here. When you go to the book of Luke, chapter 1 and 37, this is what it reads. For with the power, nothing shall be impossible. So with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, nothing is impossible. We can do all things through Yahweh Shai HaMashiach because we have strength in him. We have strength in Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. So yeah, we toil. Yeah, we get weary. Yeah, we may feel worn out because this society does a good job on wearing us out, which makes me think of another scripture right quick. Daniel chapter 7 and verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time. So Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai knows here in this society we are worn out. That is Esau's intention, is to wear us out. When you go into that word wear out in Hebrews 10 and 80, the word is bala. It says to wear away, wear out, to harass constantly. To be harassed constantly, you don't think that's going to weigh on our mind? Okay? Corresponding to afflict, wear out. So to be afflicted, to be worn out, to be harassed, that's going to put you on a state of fatigue and lethargic and feeling like you're not in the spirit at times. But that's why we have to put our faith, our trust, our hope, our confidence, our strength in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. The same way if you were driving a forklift or if you were driving some truck, it's not you carrying anything. The truck or the forklift or whatever you're using is carrying it all for you. We have the perfect setup to get us through what we need. We have the power of heaven and earth, and that's why we have to stay plugged into the power source. All right. So there's going to be times where we're not feeling it. There's going to be times you're not there in your mind, man. You're just, you're questioning, am I a man of the Lord? Is the Lord not dealing with me? Every case that comes up that you're not feeling it in the spirit, we're in the flesh. We're supposed to go through these feelings. And these feelings also keep you humble. It's not to, stress you out and have you thinking you're not a man of the Lord. It's really to keep us humble. And it's also just a part of the battle, seeing that we are indeed in the fight. Seeing that the Lord is a man of war, he put us in a spiritual battle. Okay? So Lord willing, this lesson, it was simple and it was edifying. We just got to keep fighting. We got to keep pushing through it all, man. And it's totally worth it. So I'm going to give all thanks and praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahashum, Barakah, Shalom.